Today, my goal is to let the American gold medalist, the public speaker, international explorer, author, mentor, and philanthropist take a rest, and I will do my best at engaging Gregory Burns, the world-class artist, on the subject of transformation. Gregory, I invited you to speak on this subject because I credit your work and your mentorship as a propeller in my own transformative journey. Your pieces still have the power to bring tears to my eyes in a split second. Happy tears. In 2016, I traveled all the way to London just to stand in front of another one of your pieces, A Spin Through London, which was being displayed at the Cumberland Hotel. And I traveled also to the Great Wall of China for the privilege of attending your workshop and one more exhibit. The link, where is the link between creativity and transformation? Is there one? How do you experience it?
I think that being creative or allowing ourselves to be creative is kind of the beginning entry into transforming. And I think that when we get involved, I'm not saying just tertiary, but I think when we become immersed or really spend time and go more deeply or go deeply into being creative, whether it's cooking or dancing or painting or singing or whatever it is, creating a widget, whatever it is, we become somewhat, and I say this, in inverted commas, we've become somewhat godlike in that we are, as the creator or the creator, creators, whatever we call them, we become like that, and we start to, I think, tap into our own true voice, our true self, our true nature, or the nature that we are all part of. And I think that through being creative, and in my process through painting, it does change me. It softens me. It strengthens me as well. So I would say it does the yin and the yang, and it does the both, which we all need. We all need to be softened, and we all need to be strengthened. And then I think that in the art, in the act, in the process of being creative, we transform, we become our better selves.
Do you see in your workshops, there's so many people have benefited from working next to you?
I think all I do, I'm like the father or mother who has the child on a bicycle for the first time when you take the training wheels off.
Yes.
That's all. That's who I am. And I'm not holding, well, maybe I'm holding your hand to the point of, pushing the bicycle down the street and then letting it go. And then that child on that bicycle starts riding without the training wheels. And, maybe it's a little wobbly at first, but then at the end of the street, when they haven't crashed and they realize I did it, that's all I do. It's you as the artist, it's you as the person, it's you as the student who does the work. You could say, yeah, I maybe gave you a little push, but you do it. And so I claim no credit for that. The only thing I do is I help. I get you. I just say go. Go. In a way, I'm just pushing people. Go. And I've had the pleasure and joy really of watching for the last 5 years or so. My wife Angie and I have been doing workshops with, I call them hardened criminals, and these are not people in jail. These are a lot of type A, oftentimes sales and marketing and business people, and we do corporate workshops with these adults, which I would argue should know better. They should really know better than to have so much fun making art. And I say that jokingly because I see these people, men and women, come into a room with their shirts and coats and ties and stuff, and their high heels and slacks. And first of all, we encourage them to remove the Gucci and Armani clothing that they might get paint on. And once they get started into the painting process, which we tee up, again, the guy on the bicycle, with the father with the bicycle, they go, But once I've watched them now for years, thousands of people just become childlike again. And you see them re-engaging the child within. You see them when they were 8 years old, kicking their first field goal. You see them riding the bicycle with no training wheels. And then they go, I did that.
Yeah.
You see this pride, you see this joy, you see this astonishment in a way that they did that. And it's wonderful to see them becoming something that they've maybe not been for a while, which is that childlikeness, which is the joy of seeing things for the first, creating something and being transformed really to being another side of themselves that have not been activated or allowed out for the longest time. And it's a kick in the pants. I love it. I've argued one of the reasons I like this so much. I mean, I've done a lot of exhibitions, 80 exhibitions, group and solo exhibitions around the world, and I've kind of rated them on the scale of 1 to 10, and I've got some 6s, 7s, and a couple of 8s, maybe 1 or 2 9s and 10s, and that's great. That's cool. And then I look at these workshops, and I've got 12s, I've got 13, I've got over the top, on a scale of 1 to 10, there are 11 and 12. So it's just this, and I think part of it too is just the magic of the unknown. In a way, it's flying by the seat of your pants. I mean, we did a workshop once with 1,000 people, and it was in 1 hour. And we honestly, you shouldn't, I didn't tell the organizer at the time that we didn't know if this would work, but we really didn't. And we teed it up, we put it up, and the group just embraced it and created and came back better for it. So it really had, I would say, it affected maybe not all 931 people, but I think it really moved and changed a majority of those people. So anyway, it's fun to watch and fun to be a part of. Maybe it also gives me a chance to be childlike again too, because we can all get way too serious, and I'm me included. So it's a treat for me as well.
Your workshops are such an amazing experience. Are you planning any this year?
Yeah, in fact, September, for the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th week of September, I will be in Italy, in a little village called Grecio, which is close to France. It's 2 hours from Nice. Driving, it's an hour from Cuneo. Anyway, it's in a little village in Italy, and I'll be teaching on what I'm just calling it an art boot camp. So it's Monday to Friday. Yeah, it's pretty much a corporate schedule. It's Monday to Friday, 10 to 5. We'll paint from 10 to 1. We'll have a 2-hour lunch because we're in Italy. Come on, and then we'll again pick it up in the afternoon. So 2 sessions a day for 5 days, Monday to Friday, and then on the Friday we'll have kind of a gallery walk, exhibition, debrief. So yeah, that's in Italy. I've already got a number of students, but there's still some places left. So I'm only limiting it to, probably less. It'll be less than 8 for sure per class. And so it's just Monday to Friday. The September, I think the first one starts September 9th. And anyway, if anybody's interested, just email me. Drop me a line.
Yes.
I mean, the other thing we do, and these are on, by appointment, so to speak, only, is we do the workshops, the corporate workshops or the group workshops. And again, those are, you just tell us where you want to do it, when you want to do it. And, but again, if they contact, through the website, gregoryburns.com, or email, that's fine. We can give them all the information they need. So you can either have fun in Italy, or you can have fun with your colleagues or your family or whatever as a group. So,
no, Gregory, what a pleasure to have you here today, and thanks again so much.
Well, thank you. I'm happy to speak with you, and I always enjoy the process of Q&A because it brings out stuff that I would probably never realize. So thank you for your questions.
Mm-hmm.